From my last video, it's really clear that the Devel 16 is a super polarizing car, but is 5,007 horsepower even possible? And just to let you know, this video is gonna be a banger. And that's loud. Keep watching to the end because I'm gonna answer some of your questions, and I'm also gonna clarify what was a little bit confusing about the Supercar scammer from my last video. I'm Eric and this is RevMatchTV, and I got a problem with a 5,007 horsepower hypercar. I got a problem with a 2,000 or 3,000 horsepower hypercar, which is what they said they would sell me when they emailed me. I brought my friends in to help figure this out. Over here, I've got Hype Bear, and over here, I've got, well, nothing, because reality is transparent. 5,007 horsepower? Oh, that's the race version. Oh, the street version. Oh, that's only 3,000 horsepower. Well, let's examine that. Here's something real. The Bugatti Chiron, almost 1,500 horsepower of W16 Fury, but it is designed for full throttle application for high-speed runs. 10. That's the number of radiators that Bugatti uses to cool 1,500 horsepower in the Chiron. It's running 800 liters of water per minute. The Devel, which is gonna have 5,007 horsepower, which is good for some mad slides, gonna have almost 3 times the power of the Chiron. How many radiators do you think you need to cool that? Maybe 15 big ones? 10 really big ones? Let's look at the front of the Devel 16. How many openings are there? A lot less than the Bugatti Chiron. How about the rear? I actually don't see any openings in the rear. Do a little bit of math here, but I think you get the idea. There is not enough surface area on this car to possibly cool 5,000 horsepower. However, I should let you know that I run an independent engineering firm, and I have come up with a solution that is going to work for the high-speed run. And now, the greatest engineering accomplishment in the automotive industry. I present you the Devel Cooling Trailer. Hype Bear's got something to say again. Oh, Top Fuel dragsters make 11,000 horsepower. Why can't you put 5,000 in the Devel? If you don't know, Top Fuel drag cars run on pure methanol, and the difference between gasoline and methanol is that there is a massive amount of inherent cooling in a methanol-powered car. Under full throttle, these puppies consume over 11 gallons per second. Now, in a quarter mile, it's about 4 seconds long. That is over 40 gallons of fuel. And believe it or not, from light to light, they only spin about 550 revolutions. That's it. Let's play a game. How many passes do you think there are between rebuilds of these Top Fuel cars? 5? 3? What do you think? The number is 1. They get rebuilt after every single pass. So how many passes between races is the Devel gonna get? And that sort of leads me to the question of why would you have a 5,000 horsepower street car, which is only good for drag racing? Why not just get a drag car? I know you don't believe it, but there actually is a limit to how much power you can push through a car per liter before this happens or this happens. There are physical limits to how much thermal and mechanical stress metal can actually handle. There's a reason why the top manufacturers, like Bugatti, can only push about 188 horsepower per liter. If you push more than that, you lose something, and that something is called reliability. There's a number of cars with 1,000 to 1,500 horsepower available on the market right now. What kind of transmission can handle 3,000 or 5,000 horsepower? GTR? Nope. Bugatti? Wrong again. So what kind of transmission can actually handle 5,000 horsepower or even 3,000 horsepower? A mining dump truck. That can handle the power. The Cat 797F can definitely handle the power and torque. It has 4,000 horsepower and an obscene amount of torque. However, it's just a little bit bigger than the Devel. So it's just possible that this transmission may not fit inside a passenger car. Now, to be fair, the Chiron could use a drag racing transmission. That's a possibility. But again, it brings up the point, why would you want to race a 5,000 horsepower street car? What's it going to compete against? What class? Why not just get a drag car? Who doesn't love smoky burnouts? This guy in his Mustang can't even handle 400 horsepower. Imagine if you put 3,000 or 5,000 horsepower in a street car. And like my point about the physical limitations of metal, the same applies to rubber. There is only so much power you're going to be able to apply through the transmission and get it down to the ground. Currently, there's no tire in the world that can handle 350 miles per hour. It's just gonna disintegrate. There was a lot of questions and comments on my last videos on it. I'm gonna answer them right now, and I've got something really important to say. Speaking of scammers, there is a fire video right over here. My friend did it. Go check it out, subscribe to him, and then come back here and we're gonna get to your comments. Let's play another game. How many people have to say something is true for it actually to be true? One person? Not buying it. What if that one person is Movlog? See, that's not really how it works. Just because you want to believe it and an internet celebrity said it was true doesn't actually make it true. Yes, thank you for linking me to it. I have seen the Devel 16 playing in the desert on a 20% throttle or 20% boost. 20% of what? If it's 5,000 horsepower, is that 1,000 horsepower? If that's the case, what's so earth-shattering about that? There's lots of 1,000 horsepower cars that you can buy today. Other manufacturers are doing 1,000 horsepower, but here's what's weird about that video. There is not even a hint of wheel spin. Not even a little tiny bit. I think it's a real car in the desert, but it looks kind of sped up to me. Anthony Bond had a really good comment on my channel. I'm gonna go through a little bit of it because it kind of represents what a lot of you have been saying, even though his comment is pretty freaking spicy. Anthony, I appreciate the comment, and you, like a lot of people, have been admonishing me to do my research. Believe me, I do a lot of research for these videos. Devel makes another car called the Devel 60, and it's a four-wheeled SUV tank. There's video testing of it on the drag strip on Movlog's channel, so now there's proof that they even make a real car. Absolutely, that drag strip video looks real to me, and there's other videos of the car driving around the streets of Dubai, I'm sure. Looks pretty realistic. I've got nothing to say about that except props to you, Devel, for actually producing a prototype that appears to be the real deal. And lastly, you said, how does a company expect you to pay over $1 million without showing you proof that there is a running and working real-life prototype? And here's the thing, during the development cycle, no one was questioning the reality of a Bugatti or a Koenigsegg, and now even an Apollo. I've got a challenge for you, Devel. Fly me out, show me the running prototype, show me the car with the 16-cylinder engine in it running, take me for a drive, and I'll make one, I'll make two, I'll make 3 videos on the car, totally retracting what I've said about it being not the real deal. So that's my challenge to you, Devel. I promised I would clarify the last video, and it was about a guy by the name of Daniel John Seppings. He is a scammer who tries to sell you replica supercars like the Devel 16, Pagani, and so forth. He's based in Panama. All he does is take your money, and that's it. And I asked you to help shut down his YouTube channel, and together we did it. Unbelievable. He's still got another channel that's up. I'm gonna put a link to it here. Go report that as well. I'm gonna put that in the other video. Let's see if we can get his second main channel taken down too, because he's been scamming people for a decade. We just hit 100,000 views on the last 2 videos together. If you wanna chat me up, just follow me on Instagram or Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.